from zero to hero. Their success story will inspire you to chase your dreams. You wouldn't believe how somebody really young started with nothing and achieved remarkable success. I'll show you the inspiring journey of 5 young Czech entrepreneurs who overcame significant challenges to build their successful businesses, from digital products to physical production. You wouldn't believe how simple it can be, even without any money, just with the right mindset. So without further ado, let's get started. Imagine delivering food one day and running multiple million-crown businesses the next. Sounds impossible? Not for our first entrepreneur, Vash Tomanec. Stick around to hear how he transformed his life in just 3 months and how you can too. Our first entrepreneur, Vash, is a true testament to the power of determination and smart work. But how did it all start for Vash? He had, let's say, completely normal European childhood. He comes from a non-entrepreneurial family, and his parents always instilled in him the need to study and get a good job. His first money came from a part-time job picking potatoes. There, he learned that the path to financial success is not just about working hard, but also working smart. And like many of his peers, he went to university, but he soon realized that the people teaching him how to do business didn't actually own any businesses themselves. So, he tried studying abroad in England, where he had to take out a loan for his studies, and to make ends meet, he delivered food for Uber Eats in Liverpool. Do you know Liverpool? He trains there most of the time. So while on his bike, totally wet, seeing his 40-year-old colleagues exhausted and having nothing, he told himself he needed to start his own business. He took a bold step. He took another loan and bought a course on how to start and run a marketing agency, so-called SMMA. He set himself a deadline to make a profit of $10,000 within 90 days. He paid for coaching, and together they set a daily plan. For 2 months, he actively looked for clients and faced rejection after rejection. But just when time was running out, his persistence paid off. He signed his first client, then a second, and a third. And on the 90th day, he hit his target right on the mark. With the success of his first company, Bull Ads, Vash didn't stop there. Vash's dream wasn't an advertising agency, but thanks to this first company, he was able to start the second and third ones, Entrepreneur, which is a coaching firm, and Ecomtrend, a software company. And today, he exclusively focuses on coaching entrepreneurs and started living his dream at the age of 24, also helping others achieve theirs. So what can we learn from Vash's journey? It's all about mindset. Vash showed us that with determination and clear plan and the right attitude, everything is possible. You don't need much to start. Anyway, would you like to see something more physical? Let's have a look at the second incredible person who built a huge business with a new brand of leather shoes. By the way, on this channel, I show everything about my side hustles, successful entrepreneurs, give tips on how and what, etc. So don't forget to subscribe now so you don't miss any more videos. Our next entrepreneur is often called the modern-day Thomas Baťa. Meet Václav Staněk, a young visionary from Zlín, the same city that gave us the legendary Baťa. Just like his famous predecessor, Václav launched his own shoe brand Vasky at the tender age of 18. Vasky has become a beloved brand across the Czech Republic, with more than 100,000 pairs sold in just 1 year. But Václav's entrepreneurial journey didn't stop there. Now, he owns several other companies, including Bagint, Wooders, in Habo, and even a small hotel. Václav grew up in a small town with a typical childhood, surrounded by friends and big family. Like many boys in the Czech Republic, he started playing football and was very active in sports. a hard worker from a young age. Václav's dedication and desire to win led him to join the national athletic team, allowing him to travel and compete around the world. But just when everything seems to be going well, life threw him a curveball. Václav was hospitalized and diagnosed with diabetes, ending his athletic career. However, this setback did not deter him. By then, he had already laid the foundations for his first company, Vasky, which he officially founded at the age of 18. With his athletic career over, Václav decided to pour all his energy into his business venture. The early days were challenging. Despite discouragement at home, Václav used all his savings, around $1,200, to create his first prototypes. The first 4 pairs of shoes were made, with the product photos helped a classmate, and a friend who was a cameraman helped with videos for $15 and 1 pair of shoes from prototype's batch. A simple website was created for around $300 and an initial Facebook campaign was launched. Fast forward to today, and Vasky has sold more than 100,000 pairs annually, generating an annual revenue of $11 million. Across all his ventures, Václav's businesses bring in a combined turnover of $22 million. Václav's journey from a promising athlete to a successful entrepreneur is truly inspiring. It shows that even when life takes an unexpected turn, resilience and determination can lead to incredible success, even with only $1,200 in the pocket. Now, you want to see something more technical? Stay with me and let's take a look at the third entrepreneur. Fabini. Entrepreneurship ran in his blood from an early age. During high school, he pulled together around $400, bought cheap electronics from China, and then sold them in his own e-shop. This is a story that resonates with many people. However, 25-year-old Fabini took a rather different path than the most of his peers. By doing e-shop business, he got involved in redesigning one e-shop with kitchen equipment, and that's when he regained the desire to start a business. He started his own e-shop with cookware. Soon, he realized there is a gap in the market. Imagine, there are either Rolls Royces or Trabis. So he decided to create good quality cookware for normal people, let's say Toyota. This entrepreneur needed for his dream much more money than Václav for his first shoe prototypes, since cookware production is much more challenging. But he had nothing in his pockets. Fabini approached the most qualified, or rather the most active angel investors in the Czech Republic straight away. And he convinced them. They invested in his new company. Next challenge, find a producer. He soon discovered that there were no relevant manufacturers in the Czech Republic and that his idea was not interesting for France or Germany. To truly be able to manufacture it, he had to shoulder a backpack, board a plane and fly to China. He visited about 30 factories in China. They drove him in limousines, always expecting a delegation, and then he walked in there alone with a backpack on his back. But finally, he found the supplier. The development of cookware, including its production, took approximately a year. Finally, on his e-shop, Fabini began selling the first pots, casseroles, pans and lids, all bearing his name. And today, Fabini is 25 years old and his pots and pans are purchased by Michelin star chefs for their restaurants. What's the takeaway here? Even if you need millions for your idea and don't have it, create a strong business plan and try to convince investors. Maybe you will succeed. There aren't as many of them as there are guys, but we also have successful young female entrepreneurs here in the Czech Republic. Erika is one of them. With just $1,000 in her pocket, earned from various manual jobs, she decided to start a clothing brand. And she succeeded. Her company now has a turnover of around $5.5 million. Let's take a look how it's done. Erika comes from very famous Czech town Český Krumlov. She started, as many of us, with part-time job alongside her studies. Erika always had a passion for fashion, so she started a hair salon right after finishing high school. She managed to secure a grant from the city, which supported her with around $3,000 due to her skill and determination. The salon was successful, but Erika wanted more and yearned to see the world. She soon sold the salon and set off for London. It was a great experience for her, but she never felt at home there and quickly realized she wouldn't stay long. Therefore, she often returned to the Czech Republic, even if only for a few days. And that's when it all began. On her first return trip, she tried buying clothes from Primark, which was not available in the Czech Republic at that time and was in high demand, with the intention of selling them at a small markup in the Czech Republic. She had about $1,000 for her first purchase. To her surprise, people were eager to buy, and thus Erika fashion slowly took shape. The first sales were conducted via Facebook, and orders were managed with Excel, a chaotic process. As her business grew, it became necessary to establish her own online store. Fast forward to today, she owns an e-commerce site with her own brand, a brick-and-mortar store in Prague, her own warehouse, and an atelier for content creation. The company now generates a turnover of around $6 million annually. Erika's story is a testament to the fact that it is possible to start a new fashion brand today without millions of dollars in your pocket, even though the fashion industry is becoming increasingly complex and competitive. And now, let's look at a spicy example. The eternal problem for men, sticky bits. That's how the founder of Angry Birds presents his men's cosmetic for intimate areas. Let's get to know the fifth entrepreneur in this series, Czech, and his daring marketing approach that sets Angry Birds apart in the men's grooming industry. Czech identified a niche in the market that was largely overlooked, men's intimate cosmetics. With a sharp sense of humor and a bold marketing strategy, he launched Angry Birds. The brand's unique and daring marketing style may not appeal to everyone, but it has certainly found its audience and proven to be highly effective. It all started in college, when a friend came to Thomas with the idea of reselling men's cosmetics from abroad. Thomas liked the idea, but the existing cosmetics didn't work well for him. He asked for a loan worth $12,000 to kick off the first batch. Now, the product line includes a variety of items designed specifically for men, from bird oils and balms to intimate area creams and powders. And how did he succeed with something that already existed? Despite the unconventional marketing tactics, or perhaps because of them, Angry Birds has thrived. The brand's success illustrates that understanding your target audience and engaging them in an authentic, relatable way can lead to impressive results. Czech and Angry Birds are prime examples of how a bit of audacity and creativity in marketing can transform a business and capture the attention of discerning consumer base. From a crazy idea on the beginning to huge business today, where the company has already around 100 employees and the turnover in 2023 was around $11 million. As you can see, there are no limits except ourselves. So guys, you have already your idea. So what are you waiting for? As you can see, it could cost you just your time. So turn off YouTube and go hustle. That was it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, do not forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode.